What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the brand new James Gunn Superman movie that just came out, and we're going to see if this is a good start to the new DCEU franchise.
The boys are back in town. Oh my God, bruh. This movie was really freaking interesting. I'm just going to get right into it.
Yeah, bro.
This was a very interesting watch, and I'll say an interesting take on Superman in general.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it's like, how do I say this? It's very different from what we've seen of Superman in recent years.
For sure, because in recent years, everything has been
Dark
damn near
Superman.
injustice and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They were always doing the kind of
Yeah,
dark
yeah,
Superman
yeah,
trope
yeah.
for so long with like even all the Superman clones of like Homelander,
Omni-Man,
Omni-Man,
Brightburn,
Brightburn.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was directed by James Gunn too.
Oh, he did that one?
Yeah, he did Brightburn, yeah.
I didn't even know that.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I thought this movie was really interesting, and I'm just gonna ask you first, without spoilers, what did you think about the movie?
I thought the movie was really good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Like, the whole movie, like, it didn't even feel like a 2-hour movie. Like, it's like one of those movies where it's like I don't feel tired after watching it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I have that problem with a lot of movies nowadays. Just like after I'm done with the movie, I'm like, I just want to go home and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Like I damn near felt like a kid when I got out this movie.
Yeah.
Like I got out the movie and I was
Started trying to fly.
You know what I'm saying? Doing stuff like that. Like this movie gives me hope for the future of this DCU franchise.
Yeah. No, I agree, bro. To be honest, I think definitely this was a good start for James Gunn's universe, you know, because like before we had Henry Cavill Superman, which I actually liked. You know, a lot of people thought he was too dark. He was a little too gritty and yada, yada. But I think this is probably one of the best adaptations of Superman, to be honest. I think that, what's his name? David Cornsweet? Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
He really embodies the role of Superman, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
I really think he did a good job. And there was just certain parts that I was like, but I'll get into that towards the end. But I definitely thought this movie was good too.
Yeah, I was really curious to ask you because I know you're honestly one of the biggest Man of Steel defenders I've ever met in my life.
Yeah.
So I've been dying to ask you this, bro.
Yeah.
Do you think this new Superman movie is better than Man of Steel?
No
bias.
Yeah, no bias,
Get
bro.
Zack Snyder out of your brain.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
All right, I'll say this. No bias, bro. Yes. Okay, as a story and the world building and all these other things around it, yes.
Okay.
I would say that. For Zack Snyder, the action scenes, you can't escape that, bro.
You can't
deny that
Yeah.
his action scenes are iconic, bro. They literally throw that Superman punch that he does to Zod in everything. It's been in like the cartoons now.
Justice,
it's been in the games. You know what I mean? It's been in everything.
Yeah.
So,
wasn't in this one.
Yeah, you said it was?
It wasn't, no.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say yeah, because I think James Gunn's like, yeah, bro, I don't
I'm
want to
not doing
even.
that, yeah.
Yeah, that's bruh's, you know, his thing.
That's his thing.
But yeah, I'll probably say I think that it is a better movie, to be honest, overall. So yeah, what about you?
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, like I did like Man of Steel, but I wasn't like the
biggest fan.
The biggest fan of the movie. I mostly just liked that movie for the action scenes.
scenes.
Like that. Like,
I think that's a lot of
back
people.
and just watch like him fighting Zod.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But this movie, like, I would actually want to go back and just like
Watch it again.
watch it over and over again. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
But
I was gonna ask you too. Who was one of your favorite characters, or you could just say your favorite characters from favorite to least throughout this movie in the new Superman?
my favorite character.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. I don't have a lot of characters that I didn't like in this movie. To be real with you, there's a lot of characters that I really like. I think the main like top 3 characters that I really liked in this movie, besides obviously Superman,
Cat Grant.
she's in a league of her own, brother. She's in a league of her own. But my top 3 characters for reals that I loved was Mr. Terrific,
Yeah.
Crypto,
Yeah.
and Jimmy Olsen.
Wow. No, Jimmy Olsen was definitely
Those are
goated.
some of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Okay. I like that you didn't pick the obvious ones. I really like that, but
I mean, Lex Luthor was amazing.
yeah, I was gonna say 1A.
Yeah.
1A. 1A. Bro, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But I thought I agree with you, bro. I'll say You know what's interesting? I'll probably say Crypto. He kind of got on my nerves. Like he was, and I get it. He's like a real dog.
No, that is like the most accurate depiction of a dog I've ever seen in a movie.
Yes, I'll give him that. But it's like, and I think that's why he annoyed me, because it's like dogs are so annoying to me sometimes. When you just kind of be like, all right, come on, just leave, or you'll tell a dog to do something and
they just don't listen.
You know, but it's a wild animal. You know, regardless if it has a freaking cape on or whatever. Bro, for me, it was definitely Mr. Terrific stole the show. Sure. Like, James Gunn has a way of making characters that we don't really care about just freaking shine. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then I think the guy's name is Metamorpho. Is that his name? Yeah. Yeah, bro. He was actually interesting. I like that he really made him a weird guy. Like, in the way he is in the comic book, or, you know, in some of the DC animated series. It's like, he did a lot of weird shit, like that scene where he's pulling Superman and he has like these like tentacle things. He has a jet on the bottom of his body, and he's just a head. It's like his body. I mean, his power was so weird.
He did a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, so I'll say Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Cat Grant. I'm kidding. And Guy Gardner, actually. And a lot of people said he was a little bit annoying.
Nah, he was dope.
But yeah, I thought he was actually dope, to be honest with you. I thought he was pretty funny, especially the scene with him and Metamorpho.
The Justice Gang?
Yeah, and he was like, you're in. That killed me, bro. I was dead. Yeah, nah. So yeah. That's some of my favorites, to be honest. You know, minus Superman, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the way that it just made every character feel so fleshed out. Even the world feels so fleshed out, too. Like, the fact there's a scene where, like, Guy Gardner is eating in a diner in his full superhero outfit. That just shows how, like, normalized it is. These heroes are in this world.
Yeah, I kind of like that, though.
Yeah, I thought that was dope. That makes so much sense how, like, obviously if you have all these characters just running around, it's like people are going to get kind of, you know, used to, even, like, which was hella sad, but the dude who, like, gives Superman free food.
Oh yeah, that killed me, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And dude, this is probably like one of the most evil Lex Luthor.
I know.
Lex Luthor is like the biggest hater in all of Metropolis, bro.
No, for real, bro. Damn near in this whole universe of DC. I'm not gonna lie. He hates this dude, Superman, bro. I'll really say this is probably the most comic accurate version of him, and there's gonna be people that disagree, but I'm talking about the way he hates on him.
Yes,
because I've never seen him hate Superman this much besides like the comic books, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
Because oh my god, he was sitting there talking about some crazy stuff. Even like the fact of like you said, what he did to the guy that was just giving Superman free food. He went and offed him right there, and he didn't even care. He was just like, oh crap, I didn't think it would happen that fast. He just walked off like it was what it was, bro.
And I love how like he was like, maybe we get that reporter that you always talk to.
Like, it's so, Clark Kent.
That's so funny how, like, you're so fucking smart, but
you're stupid.
You can't figure out that this is fucking Clark Kent himself. You know what I mean?
I like that, too. And you know who I surprisingly enjoyed in this movie? And I actually thought that she was a really good addition. A lot of times they do this with girls in movies, and it kind of is like, Lois Lane was really good. Yeah. I actually thought she was a cool love interest in this movie for Superman. You know, she had a thing to do. She actually ends up saving him by going and finding the Justice Gang, you know? Yeah. And Mr. Terrific goes and helps her bring back Superman. Mm-hmm. And I liked how they went about it, where it wasn't like, oh, I'm this big girl boss and I'm going to do it myself. It's like, dude, we live in a world with all these crazy superheroes. We have this big kaiju monster that, you know, shows up and things like that. I know my limits.
Exactly.
And I liked how they kind of made her character, and I think James Gunn has a good way of how he's trying to set up this world and what he's trying to do.
Yeah, for sure.
To be honest. So, I don't know. There was just a lot I liked in this.
Yeah. What are some things that you didn't like in the movie, though?
I'm glad you asked. Okay. Guy Gardner, a couple of the flying scenes, when he would land, it looked a lot very like wire work sometimes. Like he would kind of land something.
Oh, really? For real?
Yeah, I kind of noticed it, and that's just like a little, you know, little nitpick.
Yeah.
I didn't really like Hawk Girl. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I didn't like it was just I didn't like the.
I thought that was dope.
I didn't like it, bro. Like even that scene where she's in the hallway and they zoom in on her face.
I thought that was cool. It makes it feel like very like unhinged to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was just so used to like I guess the Justice League animated series where it's like she didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the only version of her I really remember. You know, so I don't know.
Wasn't there one in the Black Adam movie?
No, it was Hawkman. Yeah, he didn't do it though. I don't think he did. Yeah, but that kind of bothered me. The whole like Screech. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really like the idea of how they did Ultraman. Like, and I to be honest, it's kind of like because what we're used to of Ultraman, of what we know, and all these other things. But it was just kind of like I didn't like the concept of him just being a puppet to Lex. I would have liked it better if he was just working for Lex. Like Lex, had like a chip in his head or something like that where he had his own moveset. Like Lex wasn't controlling him like a PlayStation video game.
Like he took advantage of him or something
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
not
he
just
tricked him.
Straight up making him.
Yeah, I think that would have been a little bit better where it's like, like even if he did like his DNA or whatever, it wouldn't have bothered me if he just had his own mind. Because it was just like he was just a dummy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But a lot of people said they actually are probably going to make him into Bizarro.
That's what I was about to say right now. I think they are.
Yeah, I believe that too a little bit. So then that would make more sense of like he didn't really have a mind of his own before. He goes to this other place. And then he starts talking a little bit, and then, he's going to sit there and kind of sound like a little dummy and all that type of stuff. So I think that's cool. And then the last thing I'll just say is this one's going to sound interesting, and I think it's because I'm just so used to the usual, but I guess kind of like the relationship with the parents. And it's not like I didn't like the parents, Superman's parents. I just wish that they kind of flushed it out a little bit more, I guess, or we got to see them a little bit more. Because I just kind of felt like, we don't really, it doesn't feel deep to me because of how little they were in the movie. So it was like, and I'm not complaining about that. Like I wanted to see how like Ma and Pa Kent or something.
You want to see Pa Kent die in a tornado or something like that?
You're hilarious. Stop going back to Snyder, Brad. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that like I just wish we got to see a little bit more scenes of them interacting so then it hit a little bit harder.
Yeah,
because with Zack Snyder's, even if you want to talk about it, they at least kind of fleshed it out a little bit more where they showed him growing up, yada yada. But this isn't an origin story.
Yeah.
So I understand completely, but I don't know. That was just my gripes, but
yeah, no, I feel you, bro. Honestly, the only things I really didn't like sometimes, and look, I love all of James Gunn's superhero movies. I don't think there's one that I didn't like for those.
Yeah.
But sometimes his humor gets a little bit too much.
It's
like,
I forgot to say that too. Yeah.
Let me breathe for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes in this movie there were a lot of moments, and even though they were funny, but sometimes I'm like, maybe you didn't have to. That didn't need to be thrown in there.
Right there, yeah.
Like when the Metropolis is being split in half.
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
And even though I did laugh when this scene came on because I thought it was hella funny. The dude from SNL, when he's on the phone with his girl, and he's like, just let me see her. I don't care if she's a cat. She understands my voice or something like that, bro. That scene was funny as hell, but it's like, in this scene, that really wasn't needed for Rose, bro.
Nah,
even though it was something that was hella fucking funny.
Yeah.
But I was like, bro, you didn't need to throw that in here for Rose, bro. And I think there was a lot of that in moments where I was like, okay, not everything has to be very
comedy.
Jokey,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
yeah,
James Gunn, I guess, just likes to throw humor into his movies, so he does have a good mix of it sometimes, where it's like there's a lot of serious or sad parts with a lot of funny parts. He usually has a good mix of it, but I think in this movie, for me, it was just way too much of James Gunn's humor dipped in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But one thing that I'm like hoping for in the future of the DC universe, and James Gunn already kind of alluded to it, that like he said every movie is literally gonna feel different from the rest.
Hopefully, bro.
Like how the DC comics feel different from the other ones. Like how there's graphic novels and then there's comic books and then there's all stuff. So he's pretty much saying like, not every movie is just gonna be this one.
Yeah. I mean, I like that, to be honest.
So, I think that's really dope.
Yeah, I also seen that James Gunn said Batman is probably the hardest thing for him right now, and it kind of makes sense because like Batman's supposed to be dark, and I just want James Gunn to get other people involved, like more like people who are writing these stories to get involved, where it's not just him for some of these characters. And I even think he needs some people to coordinate certain other things. Like, for one, I'm not going to lie to you. You might disagree with me. I think a lot of the suits look really cheap. Like, Superman's is cool. I don't like Hot Girl suit. Guy Gardner's is okay. Mr. Terrific's is amazing.
Yeah, he has like the best suit.
He has the best suit in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Like, he has the best fight scenes in the whole movie, too. And it's so interesting that why do I like Mr. Terrific's fight scene better than Superman's? To be honest with you, like I thought Mr. Terrific's fight scene was so unique of a way, even though it was kind of like Yondu a little bit.
Yeah.
But I liked that though. I thought that was dope, right?
That was dope. That scene with Mr. Terrific fighting those little guards or whatever.
Yeah,
that scene was so dope.
Like, come on, bro. But it was more so like, and I get it. He said he wants Superman to be more so man than God in his new version. But it's just kind of crazy to me, just the way that I'm seeing him fight. I just wish there was a little bit more.
So you don't like the way that Superman was fighting them in the baseball field or whatever?
It was cool. I thought that was pretty decent.
It was hard, bro.
I thought it was pretty decent.
He literally used the engineer as a weapon.
No, I was clean. We were swinging. Yeah, that was clean. No, I liked it, but I just think that, dude, it's just a little bit, and maybe this is just a little, nitpick. It just looked a little too like, I don't know. I think it's maybe because of how bright it is. It might have bothered me, but it looked a little too like rubbery, I guess.
When Superman was fighting against Ultraman and
bro, it looked a little weird. Like the one thing I thought was clean though was when he flew out to space and then he dive bombed down into the what car. I thought that was pretty dope, but I don't know. It was just like I wish we got to see a little bit more of that, of Superman kind of fighting for real, because it was a lot of he's saving people and stuff like that. And I thought that was dope. I mean, I think that is Superman, so like, it's good.
I think this movie shows the most I've seen Superman saving some people.
Oh, yeah.
In 100%. Live action. Even, like, there's a scene where he, like, saves the squirrel.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's when I was just like, okay,
like,
this is very
he's a
Superman.
Real hero for real.
Yeah. I'll give them that.
That's what I loved about this. And I loved also how, like you said before, this isn't an origin story. And the way they start off the movie, like,
they give so much backstory.
They do that whole thing, like 3 decades ago, 3 years ago, and then they go 3 weeks ago, and then it goes to like 3 hours ago, and then 3 minutes ago. I thought that was such a dope way to open the movie, where like, we don't have to see the spaceship fly down in Kansas or wherever, and then they see the baby and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
But what surprised me is who's Superman's dad.
Oh, Bradley Cooper.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
I did not expect that, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't expect that either.
But that makes a lot of sense, you know what I mean? Because it's like he was in, Guardians.
Yeah, James Gunn likes to put a lot of his friends in his movies and stuff. So it's like, and then Yondu voiced one of the robots.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and the girl who played Mantis voiced one of the robots too. She's the girl one that was like, you looked at me. Yeah, that was Mantis.
That's actually dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just to say my last piece, I just hope that James Gunn doesn't make the entire DC universe into Marvel. It's like where he's kind of throwing all these jokes in there that don't need to be. I think if he tones down some of the jokes with some of these characters, it could work, because not everybody should be like that. Like if he's making like a Flash movie, perfect. Just don't freaking do it like how Ezra Miller's Flash movie was, where he loses a tooth and stuff like that. It's like, come on, bro. That's just crazy to me. But if he knows how to mix that dark with light, because if he makes Reverse Flash this much of a hater, like Lex.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
I'm like, bro, you might cook.
And
then you make Flash funny. He's quippy. You know what I mean? Kind of like Peter Quill-esque.
Yeah.
It will work. But you cannot do that for everybody's story. Like Batman, I don't need Batman talking about something's definitely bleeding.
No.
Like freaking
the
Whedon cut or whatever. The
Joss Whedon.
Justice League.
The Justice League. Yeah. I don't think they're gonna do that, especially because he said that each movie is gonna have its own feel.
Yeah.
And that's why it didn't bother me so much in this movie, because like a Superman movie is supposed to be kind of lighthearted and more, friendly.
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the type of, like this movie made me really feel like, okay, yeah, Superman's back to being, a good Boy Scout.
Yeah, Boy Scout. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I can't see this Superman turning evil.
Yeah, me neither. It would be a twist if he does.
I don't think they're gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna touch that. You know what I'm saying?
He's probably not.
So I do think that the rest of the DC universe is gonna have moments where it's like, damn, this part of this corner of the world is crazy and dark as hell, bro.
Yeah.
And I think the next movie that's gonna show some of that is a Supergirl movie.
Oh yeah, I think Supergirl's movie is gonna be actually dope. To be honest with you, Supergirl's a pretty cool character.
And I think Lobo's gonna be it too.
In her movie?
Yeah,
that would be good.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, that would actually be dope.
How'd you feel about Supergirl popping up at the end, though?
I thought that was cool.
It makes sense that Krypto's her dog.
Yeah. I actually like that. I like the part where he was like, playing with her and throwing her on the ground. I was like, yo, that's crazy. I thought that was dope. I mean, I think she's a good addition to the, the cast. I think that she looks exactly like how I thought Supergirl would look like, and they didn't go and do the whole thing. Like, see, that's one thing I like about James Gunn is he's keeping it comic accurate. I like that they didn't go, for the most part. I like that they weren't just like, oh, just throw some pants on her again.
Yeah.
You know how they keep doing with every girl Supergirl in movies now for some reason. It's just like, dude, it's not sexist to make a girl wear a skirt.
Give it a skirt.
Do girls not wear things like this in real life?
Man.
Till this day?
Yeah, they always give her like they always usually give her like that one like bodysuit type of thing.
Yeah. And it's just weird. It's just like in every iteration or majority
trying to make her look like Superman.
Yeah. But just blonde and long hair. So I'm like, come on, bro. Stop playing
Sometimes
with
they don't even do that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you're stupid. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're actually stupid. I forgot about that. But, see, I didn't like that suit, but I even thought she was okay as Superman. Because as Supergirl.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? It works.
Strong as
she
hell.
Need to be, no, I'm talking about the one that had the short hair and the.
Oh yeah, no, she was cool.
I actually thought she was cool. I was like, you know what? She does look like she can be this nigga's cousin. Yeah, she has like dark hair. She's whatever. But it was just like I said, the suit. It was just a little bit like But yeah, no, I actually like Supergirl. I thought that was dope that he added that Easter egg at the end of the movie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for sure.
I thought that was cool.
And honestly, I do think that they're gonna make the Justice League a thing, especially because if you look, there's a mural in the Hall of Justice that shows a lot of characters like Jay Garrick and a whole bunch of other people. People were saying like, I don't know if it's confirmed, but people were saying there's a whole bunch of other characters in there like Dr. Fate and stuff like that in the mural and stuff. I didn't see any of that. I did see Jay Garrick though.
Yeah. That's actually insane, bro.
So there are these other heroes
that are out there already
that are in this world
that
we just haven't seen yet.
Man, that's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I can't wait to see what James Gunn's gonna do with this universe.
And because he said Blue Beetle is gonna be in this universe, I think that Mrs. Terrific is gonna make his own team, the Terrifics. Blue Beetle is on that team, and Metamorpho's on that team too.
That's actually crazy. So we already have like a good chunk of the team already.
So I think they are gonna build up and have different teams. And it's not gonna be just the Justice League. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. That's cool.
So bro. I just want to hear what your
my rating, your
final thoughts are.
Yeah.
What would you rate this new Superman movie?
I'm gonna say, to me, I'll give it a good 8.5.
Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, no, that's valid. I think I'll give it an 8.5.
Yeah. To be honest with you,
this movie was really good, bro.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this movie, and it makes me hopeful for what's to come for the DC universe. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, one thing I just really hope they add Robert Pattinson's Batman to this. I hope he becomes the Batman. I don't think that would be
interesting. I don't think so either.
I think they want to keep that separate in his own thing, but man, that would be so dope.
That would be dope. That would be dope to see him and David Corn Sweat.
Yeah. I think they would be really good together. Yeah. But besides that, this movie was exactly what I wanted from this new Superman movie. To be honest, there's a lot of dope scenes of him flying.
Yep.
It's very hopeful. Just the fact that it shows him being a true hero for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was refreshing to see for sure.
Yeah. He's actually like saving people, caring about the little guy or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And bro, this Superman is super powerful, dude. Like showing him escaping a black hole while saving 3 other people using frost breath alone was crazy.
I'll be honest. I'll say they did show other parts of him that they highlighted how strong it is compared to other parts, because in the past iterations, they would show how strong he is with just physical force.
Yeah.
This is the first time we've seen how strong his breath is, or certain things like that.
His brain, like even thinking like, okay, I'm protected by this thing she put on me. I'm a dive bomb into the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, definitely.
Things like that. Like I think they did a really good job at showing that Superman is, it's not just just the muscles,
just brawn.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just brawn. Even though him and Lex had that thing, it's like brain is stronger than brawn or whatever. It's like he ends up outsmarting the brain or whatever.
Oh God, yeah.
I thought that was really cool, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too, bro. I thought it was really good. So I mean, my final rating, I'll probably give it like 8.5.
Yeah,
I think it was solid.
That's valid. But yeah, guys, let us know what you guys think about the movie. If you guys loved it, hated it. If you guys think Man of Steel is better than this one, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about next week or in the future, whatever. We might get into it.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.